Hello everyone and welcome back to another stream here as we see Robusto on the wrecking ball. Go ahead and deploy that ultimate, making a lot of space here on the point. Is going to go ahead and get a pick with it. Now is Goose Gaming going to follow up there and take out JKYP. As we see now, Robusto trying to make some space on this point. Penta Career Center, they have control. They just need to finish the last few off. The ultimate there from the Torb going to finish things off. And welcome back everyone to another stream here as we're bringing you our reserve Overwatch 2 semifinals matchup right here between Penta Career Center and Teays Valley High School. Teays Valley last week in an upset as the 6th seed beat Barberton High School to get here. Now they're playing 2nd seed Penta Career Center for a chance at the finals as Chunky Cat Guy does have the pulse bomb ready, looking to deploy it, throws it down, but it's going to hit some terrain and looks like it's going to be easily walked away from, but this Tracer's been getting a lot of damage in. Sets up for Grinch to go down with a little help from Goose Gaming as Robusto on the Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball, not something we've seen a lot of recently, but man, when there's a good ball player, there's a good ball player. As there's going to be the Lucio beat. This is going to be the time. Them look to do something, but right on top of their heads comes the Wrecking Ball ultimate, comes the hamster, and gets a kill on the Game Master. As it looks like Borb there is going to go ahead and find 2 more as Goose Gaming finishes off the tank and Grinch, and Penta Career Center with the 100-28 win on this first round of control. A job well done. Put them up in this series, which with the small gap between rounds, talk a little bit more about. As I said, it is the semifinals match. The winner goes on to the finals. We will have the other side of the semifinals coming to you later today as well, so make sure to stay tuned for that one, as these two teams facing off in a best of 5 series here. So we'll see who gets to go home with it. And Teays Valley, we've already seen them play in these playoffs against Barberton, coming in as the 6th seed, which is the last slot to get into these playoffs, upsetting the 3rd seed here. They started with a map win. It got a little rocky. It wasn't really sure it was a 3-1 victory in the end, but they were able to hold it together the whole time through a really neck and neck game. So it'll be really interesting to see what they can do here, and a small loss for them is not going to mean they're out of this at all, as these two teams are ready to scrap for a spot in the finals. As there, Robusto on that wrecking ball, going to fly around a little bit. Orb on the Torb is going to go ahead and find Mag. Robusto finds Game Master, and it looks like it might be another one fight here for the side of Penta Career Center. Just so explosive with this mobile composition. It is hard for Teays Valley to keep up as they capture this objective. Running what looks like a version of that new age dive comp that we saw for a little while there. While Wrecking Ball was meta, seeing the Torb though definitely being something different, but hey, love to see it in situations like this. As now Robusto on the hamster, always able to get something started. It looks like so far in the series, gonna come crashing down right there, looking for another. Gonna be forced back as Teays, they're gonna walk through the choke. They have the Zarya now to try and save some of those supports in the backline if they get dove on. The ultimate already up there. This is the Bastion falls. Lobby is gonna be slept though, and that's gonna be the angle they need. Grinch finds the elimination, though Torb is gonna get one back. Let's see if they can move forward. Now this is gonna have to be their moment here as the tank is down. JKYP finds Chunky Cat Guy with the bomb. That is an impressive feat on this Bastion. Finds another. So Torb is gonna go ahead and get Mr. Gwyd. That's no supports right now for Teays. They do have their Lucio coming back. It will be in time here as Mag finishes off the Torb, and they get a cap with only 56% on the enemy side. Teays Valley, they got a bit of a cap early in that first one. Only got 28% though, so just 1-1 team fight. We'll see if they can hold on longer here with the Bastion May composition. Definitely a hard fortification to break, but this Wrecking Ball style dive comp is definitely the kind of comp that you would want to use to break it here. As a really good use of Bubble there is going to go ahead and keep the Bastion alive as Wrecking Ball comes flying down on top of the supports, and that's just going to be too much damage too fast as Robusto finds 2, finds 3 with the help of Borb there, and that's going to be a wipe and a 1 fight for Penta Career Center here as they're going to go ahead and flip it, but it looks like someone is stalling. It is Game Master on the Lucio flying around inside the tunnel here. The shots are going to need to land, and he's able to get it all the way up to 44. Can Teays get another touch here? They cannot, as it is going to turn over at 56%. The sleep dart is going to go wide, but he is going to get anti. See, that's going to be enough, but it's not because the pulse bomb from Chunky Cat Guy is huge. Finds two. Lets Robusto find a third. And Teays, once again, finds themselves completely wiped in the corridor as a tough moment for them right there, as they had that angle. They did have Game Master get them some percentage and some time. They weren't able to do a follow-up touch for a long stall, and now they're back in a tough situation once again. Robusto finds JKYP from that hidey spot. Funky Cat Guy is going to dive into the backline and find Mr. Quid, and it's just going to be a cleanup after that. I don't even know if Teays is going to be able to touch here with a hold like this, as now the Torp finds two more, and they're looking in a tough situation here as 98, 99, 100 Penta Career Center coming in, taking map number 1 here with their unique composition. But hey, you love to see it. It's the semifinals, time to play what you're good at as the play of the game here, going over the Chunky Cat Guy on the Tracer, able to find some clutch pulse bombs, that's for sure. A real MVP here, another MVP as well, Robusto on the Wrecking Ball, on the Hamster, always showing up in the kill feed, doing a great job of diving the backline, either finding the supports or taking out that DPS that doesn't have any supports with them, and really powering Penta Career Center to take map 1 Oasis here. As map 2 will be up to Teays' selection, as we will come back with that from a short break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to map number 2 here for our Esports Ohio sponsored 2025 Overwatch 2 season reserve playoff semifinals here between Penta Career Center and Teays Valley. Map number 1, Oasis Control, going over to Penta Career Center in a pretty dominant fashion here. They came out, they only dropped a couple team fights, but with their interesting Wrecking Ball composition, bringing in a Torb, a Lifeweaver, a Juno, and Tracer, they were able to make it work, make it happen, and sweep that map number 1. But we've seen Teays in this position before where they've had maps they lost where it looked like they were kind of out of it, only to come back and win the series, most recently against Barberton here last week. So still definitely could see some composition out of them. Right now, looking at the hovers, both these teams with some interesting tank hovers. Grinch looking towards the Maga there on your left blue side. First defending is going to be Teays. And the first attacking here, Penta Career Center. Going back to that same composition, they're going to swap out the Juno for a Kiriko here. As we are on Eichenwalde here, Eichenwald, a map that is hybrid. So first it's control, but then it's escort. But this map as a whole is very long, lots of long distances. So you're going to see more of that sniper, more of that Kiriko style support coming out of these teams here. As Grinch on the Maga is already going to be pushed back from the bridge. Mr. Guido's going to find Chunky Cat Guy, not before Robusto can get JKYP. And that's a sim down before the fight starts, but Grinch is going to run back in time to grab the tank. The Lifeweaver pulls. This is going to be a leave without casualties move now. Coming out from Penta Career Center. A bit of an overextension there. Chunky Cat Guy got caught. There was no follow-up for Robusto, but they made some serious space, and they're looking to use it, as Robusto's going to find Mr. Gwyd with the help of Chunky Cat Guy there, and thought the fight was over, but they're just right back at it, as Robusto takes out Grinch. Chunky Cat Guy goes low. Oh, looking for the res. Mag, not quite able to get it off there, as Game Master's going to find one, but it's going to be just too late, as they're going to look for the stall contest on this. But that's going to be a quick wrap there for Penta Career Center. Came flying out of nowhere. But I guess when you lose just the Tracer and the Wrecking Ball, two heroes that can get back to point really, really fast, and a huge props to the three remaining members of Penta Career Center. They held the space that was made by Robusto and Chunky Cat Guy of forcing Grinch back. As now JKYP, though, going to find that pick. That's going to set them back a little bit. We'll see, though, Mr. Gwyd is going to look for something in this tunnel here. Grinch backing off. Two teams looking to fight, and that's going to be the stun into the headshot there for JKYP. Going to find a lot of damage on that. Goes turret mode. Is going to find the Tracer in the back line. Oh, looking to take him out right now. Going really, really low, but Tracer can just dash away. As now Grinch standing very far forward. They might have lost that first control point, but Teays Valley wants to make a name for themselves on this hold here. As Chunky Cat Guy, the flank angles are kind of all told on this part of Eichenwald here. Is going to stick on there as it looks like the Molten Core is going to come out as well, and that's going to find all the members of Teays Valley. Grinch is going to try and force them back. 14 HP, able to help Gwyd get the pick, but it's not going to be enough, as it looks like Penta Career Center is going to find their way up the hill here with 4 minutes remaining. Just building up their ultimates, saving up their ultimates, just a couple of percentage points ahead of Teays Valley, and using that time to deploy the Pulse Bomb and the Torvalds to make that space, get that room, and find a couple picks. They could go ahead and win there. As JKYP, though, is going to go all the way up top. Going to shoot down on them from below. Going to take a little bit of damage. Robusto was able to get that ult off, and it looks like it is going to be a positive trade for them here. Chasing down the Mercy. Mercy looking for the res, but it looks like JKYP is going to get 2 with the Orbital Strike. As now this is Teays' chance to touch. As the meters go down, though, they're not going to be able to do it in time. There just wasn't enough time on the board. Robusto is just too much of a nuisance on this Wrecking Ball. It's now 5 minutes on the clock for Penta Career Center. That is a load of time to get through this next point. As the cart, Eichenwald, this last point is always deceiving. The cart, just by game mechanics, moves really far forward through that wall there. Ooh, a nano is going to come out. An aggressive nano for Grinch. Expecting a fight here, and a fight they're going to get, but it looks like even with that nano, it's still going to be Penta Career Center winning. Maga is going to try and chain everyone down, but I think that's just going to make him fall faster there, as everyone's going to be on top of Grinch, and Grinch is going to fall. as 4 minutes on the clock. A huge push from Penta Career Center here. Charging forward. Lifeweaver still has the ultimate. Chunky Cat Guy's gonna look to deploy that pulse bomb any second. Throws it in there. Finds two with it under the balcony. As now looking for even more. He's gonna find a pick right there. Goose Gaming gets that off as Game Master. Once again, finds a pick at the end of the fight. But it's just gonna be the Ana left. Taken out here. 3 minutes and 40 seconds and counting. Penta Career Center have just smashed through Teays Valley's defense on Eichenwald. What a great display of team cohesion. And I really do coin a lot of it back to that huge time gain from capturing the control point so quickly. And I started to talk about it there, but the great work by the 3 members of Penta Career Center Alive, they got so much ground by forcing Teays to run back to the objective. That gave up that bridge hold, even the area around the tower in the middle, which are key areas for the defense. It forced a fight on point, and not giving up that ground, using your 2 supports and the Torb to kind of hold that area, force them to fight you, and knowing that Tracer and Wrecking Ball can get back so fast, did a great job of helping them open up and get that control point so quickly and beat the respawn timers of Teays Valley there. So a job well done. And throughout the entire cart push, just doing a great job of keeping the chaos up. That's what a Wrecking Ball composition like this wants to do, is they want to create chaos and win from it, as it's chaos that they understand and they can dictate. Doing a great job of that here. It's now Teays Valley on the attack. 344 is going to be a near impossible time to beat. They would have to have the same sort of aggressive run that Penta did. But if you're Teays right now, you're just looking to get those 3 points to force it into the overtime rounds. Let's see what they could do here as Grinch swaps over that Doomfist. A whole new look, whole new composition from Teays. See what they can do with it here as Grinch flying forward is going to be able to get a lot of distance. Throws him back. JKYP finds Goose Gaming, as it might just be that quick distance there. It's going to be forced to fly back here as Mr. Gwyn's going to find a hamster to the face, but Busto's going to get on out of there. So it looks like Teays, they need to make a move. They need to get some distance. They can't let the Sim fight too long or her beam charges. Robusto, though, finds Mr. Gwyd. The one downside of the Doomfist is you don't have that same protection style tank, and it's going to be hard to get through these Sim turrets, though, as Grinch has a Mercy on him. Going to fly forward to the point, start the timer off. A Mercy, though, is going to get picked by Torb's turret. This means Grinch is all alone, no heals. He's looking to back out here. Might get picked, though. That could be a bad stagger, but this Juno in Goose Gaming is really far ahead, but finding some picks is going to drop really low. Can they get out? It's going to look like maybe they can. Grinch, no! Flies off the edge, trying to connect with the Juno. A tragedy here as Goose Gaming somehow gets out. What an incredible just display of movement mechanics there from Goose Gaming on the Juno. I thought for sure they would be dead multiple times over here. It's now Mr. Gwyn steps forward, takes out that turret, is going to go ahead and find the hack there onto the hamster. Grinch is back at respawn, but already falling low. Robusto has the ultimate, going to just plop it right on their heads and throw them up, as that's going to spell disaster here for Teays, as they lose both their tank and their key main support. And they're going to be forced to sit back and wait for them to respawn, as the ultimates as well are just coming through for Penta Career Center. They are just rotating perfectly. Abilities, rotating perfectly their ultimates, always keeping the pressure up. Teays needs to find an angle away back in. A lot of their ultimates are at that 90 number. They might just need to throw them all out at once to get the capture point, to get to the next segment. Chunky Cat Guy, though, finds Mr. Gwyd there through the teleporter. That's going to be down a DPS for a little bit here, as that's going to find a lot of time, though. Grinch is going to run all the way through, has the Mercy ult to back it up, but Chunky Cat Guy is going to take that down. Grinch tries to find someone to fall on top of, isn't going to be able to make it land. Everyone is low, but no one is dying. He's going to go ahead and get that kill, though, on the Chunky Cat Guy, and flies out. This could be the angle, as 3 fall now for Penta Career Center. Teays, this could be their time. It is going to be a Lifeweaver tree, though, that's going to stand in their way. It's going to be a lot of healing, a lot of health as Grinch falls. There should be a support coming up soon, but the 2 supports from Penta Career Center are able to hold this on their own. Goose Gaming and Robot Ninja here are getting the work done. As now, Goose Gaming gonna throw down the orbital as you're gonna start seeing members from Penta Career Center come back. This is gonna look tougher and tougher now for Teays. They got the distance, they got the opening, but they might just not have the members. As now Grinch is gonna come back, does kill Chucky Cat Guys. Robusto flies off the edge as well. The tanks cannot stay on the map this series as Grinch flies forward, not able to find it. The point is capping though. This is what they need with 39 seconds left. This fight is do or die for Teays right now on this Icon Wall map. Grinch gonna look for the punch, wants to be careful not to throw himself off. Gonna capture the point there, a huge relief for them. Ooh, Grinch goes flying. Gonna be stuck between two turret characters here. Flies out, not gonna be able to make it in time. Robusto flies forward, looking for anything, wants to deploy the minefield. Looking for just the right angle to do it. In this room would be perfect. Gonna elect to keep on with it here. Now throws it once everyone's trapped. That's gonna be tough, it looks like, though. Teays was able to react to it. Get out just in time. Ooh, Mercy healed in the nick of time. Goose Gaming was gonna look for that kill. Throws it forward. JKYP. Amazing aim on this Bastion. Goes to the turret mode. Tries to knock down Robusto here. But you're fighting into a double turret composition through this doorway. It's gonna be a tough one to break. But JKYP says, I can break it. I'm the real Bastion here. Fires forward. Finds one. Robusto looking for another. This Bastion Mercy combo might just be too much right here. Robusto does find the Ana, coming flying back down. JKYP unleashing a torrent of damage. The Lifeweaver, though, is going to get Robusto to safety and allow Goose Gaming on this Juno, playing it more like a DPS to grab 2 kills. Grinch is going to find one more, and that looks like it's going to get the push going here as Robusto punch back. A back and forth for sure this series. See what these teams do right here. So it looks like Penta Career Center has a bit of a hold. Gonna drop the Sim Shield. They want to stop Teays right here. This natural push that's been going on, they want to put an end to it. They're gonna throw down their ultimates and see what can get done. Chucky Cat Guy's gonna find one. Mr. Gwyn finds one back, but that's gonna be a Molten Core plus some Hamster right on top, right there. Robusto finds 2, cleans up, and stops the payload in its tracks. Ooh, that delay onto Mr. Gwyn. That's going to lose them about 10 seconds of time. If you're Teays Valley, you have one more good, strong fight in you. You only have 3 ultimates here. 3 ultimates as well coming up for Penta, but we'll have to see what they could do. Grinch flies forward, stuck between a bunch of turrets, but the turrets are going to find Mag before they find Grinch. Area denied by Robusto. No ultimates used, though, by Teays Valley. They have 30 seconds. They could get some respawns. They could get some stuff in. As the Reaper Blossom is going to find 2. Mr. Gwyn might have pulled it a little bit late, though. I don't know if there's any follow-up. Respawns, though, are going to be a much longer walk for Penta Career Center. A 2-for-1 trade going to be a positive. See what they could do. Oh, Robusto. A smart play. Looking for JKYP while he's stuck in that ultimate. This is going to give time for Teays to get that push. They did blow all their ultimates here just to get through. Robusto tries to knock someone off. Isn't going to find it. But the Lifeweaver tree is going to dish out a ton of healing. Chucky Cat Guy, though, fell off the map. Grinch, though, goes low. Robusto finds Game Master. Only 2 people left for Teays as overtime ticks away. And it looks like it's going to be another map. Map number 2. Match point now for Penta Career Center as Robusto crashes through Bastion there. And Penta Career Center coming out strong in map number 2, as strong as they were in map number 1. Grabbing here a map 2 victory, up 2-0 in the series, bringing them to match point on the next map. Teays, they're going to have to look and reevaluate. Well, JKYP did do a great job here. It has been hard for this Teays Valley team to shut down Robusto, shut down Chucky Cat Guy on these very agile, very dive-based compositions. And it's just going to be interesting to see. They need to come up with something either in their gameplay or in their composition to shut down this very mobile, very agile game that we're seeing out of Penta Career Center. We are going to go to a map number 3 that will be Teays Valley's choice. We'll see if maybe a change of map, a change of landscape is something that they need. We'll see for certain when we come back from this break. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to our reserve semifinals here for the 2025 sponsored season in Overwatch 2. And we have a matchup here between Penta Career Center and Teays Valley. Match number 3. We've seen Penta Career Center have 2 dominant victories. First on Oasis, then Eichenwald. An incredible push on Eichenwald. Is now Teays Valley for map number 3, choosing Servasa on Flashpoint. First to 3 Flashpoints wins. And it is match point here for Penta Career Center. They win this, they get a dominant 3-0 victory and move on to the finals. Though this could be, and must be if they wish to stay in the series, the start of the reverse sweep here out of Teays Valley. See what they can do. As now the doors are going to fall. Swap up a composition here. Teays Valley is going to be blue here. And Penta's going to be red. As Teays Valley are going for the swapped up composition. They have the Venture, the Junkrat. See if that helps them against what is essentially the same composition now. Chunky Cat Guy swapping over to the Junkrat for this closed space of Servasa. Grinch, the tank, over on the DPS now as Mr. Gwyd is going to hop onto that tank role as Mr. Gwyd finds Chunky Cat Guy to start things off. Robusto is going to fall into a Junkrat trap here. Drops really low, 44 HP. Going to be healed up, but that heal's not going to be enough in the face of a C4 explosive. And for the first time this series, Teays Valley is going to go ahead and get that first cap, win that first fight, and start set up here on this first flashpoint. These are the kind of changes, the swaps, the kind of change in mood we wanted to see out of this team. See if they could keep it up this map. As now, they are going to go ahead, dish it back. Grinch going to be in a little bit of danger, but popping over this DPS on the Junkrat. Finding a lot of utility in it. Junkrat really good on this type of close space map, especially for teams running these sorts of compositions here. The Venture flies forward, finds a lot of damage, might pick off a little bit more than they can chew, but hey, don't worry about it, it's Venture. Throw underground, pops up, destroy the Torp turret right there. It's gonna take a lot of damage, but not before that they get Barbacoa right there, and Grinch finds Chunky Cat Guy as well. Teays Valley holding on through this fight. Oh, they are going to get the Life Weaver tree out as well. I don't think this time that's going to work for Penta Career Center. Going to go ahead and blow all the ultimates on the side of Teays to try and hold on to this one. JKYP, though, is going to hold on to the Venture ultimate. Is going to be the right call here, as it is just going to go into cleanup mode. And a 100% sweep now for Teays Valley. A much-needed win, a much-needed morale booster coming into this one. As they might have used one ultimate too many there, but it held down the first map for them. As definitely using the Life Weaver tree was a bit of overkill. As a nice point about Flashpoint is if you lose one point, you do have many more to fight from, but you don't really need to all in on these objectives like you do with Control, unless of course the other team is going to win. As now Robusto deploys the minefield and it's going to go ahead and get 3. JKYP is going to find a couple more, but strategically holds on to that ultimate there. The point hasn't even unlocked yet. Mr. Gwyd is going to need to either die fast or get out of there. Chooses, well, goes down pretty fast there to get that respawn. Ooh, this could be bad here. Flashpoints capture much faster than your regular control points. Any pick that Penta's able to get, or any pick either team's able to get, it just matters so much more. Especially for contesting, though. But Robusto has not been punished at all this series. For the first time, taken out by Mag there. As it looks like this map right now, they're starting to punish this Wrecking Ball pick. Goose Gaming, though, gonna find a return on the Game Master. Mr. Gwyd charging onto the point. Grinch gets sniped, but not before JKYP can pop the ultimate and find some more. Goose Gaming gonna get a pick. But let's see who's gonna come out on top here. Mr. Gwyd is going low, taken up by Chunky Cat Guy. Robot Ninja falls off the side. Mr. Gwyd, though, Mr. Gwyd falls. JKYP finds one, but that's not going to be enough. It was so close for Teays Valley. They almost got the cap, almost got it in time. But they are going to go out. They did get the orbital, though, out of Goose Gaming. Bit of a waste of ultimate there. See what they do. Teays, they're thinking about contesting, but Flashpoint is going to go away. They got 40 seconds. They need to make it across this map safely. They have more ultimates. They are going to have first touch, hopefully, here. If Robusto looking for a pick, could be easily punished, though. Is going to try and find it on the mag. A great shield gone up by Mr. Gwyn, but Grinch is going to be one to fall. Robusto's going to fly out with all of those added shields here. It's going to be a tough one. They lost Grinch on the rotate. A 4v5 situation. There comes the minefield. There comes the crash down. Robusto finds one, finds two. That's no supports. This is looking like a lost fight for Teays. This wrecking ball that was being punished early in this map is once again unleashed. But the Robusto has changed up the technique where Teays has just not had the same kind of motion against the wrecking ball they once did. It is now once again Robusto's game here, and they are certainly running it right now. It also gave some time for more ultimates to be built up. There are all 5 ultimates ready though on the side of Teays. They're gonna want to look to use them there. They're gonna throw down the flux and the beat. This is gonna be a huge angle. The Lifeweaver tree though is gonna block all that damage, and they're just gonna use normal abilities to finish off Teays. As now Penta Career Center only needing to use 1 ultimate saves the day here and holds on at 58, now 60%. KYP needs to get out of here, needs to fall quickly, because any stagger at this point is going to mean an immediately lost fight. 75% left. It's going to be impossible for Teays to touch. They either need a free pick of their own, or they just need to get out of here. The wrecking ball falls low but gets out safely. That's not going to be good enough. Goose Gaming going to fall too. Mag used the orbital but couldn't get it out in time because they fell to Goose Gaming. Now Robusto as well. Grinch looks for the hero play, finds 4. It's in the overtime. They've committed everything to this. Grinch found the angle, needs to get the hold on this though. A 1v2 against supports, but Mr. Gwyn is back. They need to hit these supports in the air. That's going to be hard for Junkrat and Sigma to do, but they're trying. They have to win this fight. They committed so much to it. The orbital going to come down. Here comes the hamster as well. Mag gonna be taken out. Mr. Gwyn falls as well. The supports were just able to stay alive for too long. As now Penta Career Center brings point number 2, making it 2-1 on the flashpoints here. A tough spot for Teays to be in. They're gonna have to bring this one back. Capture 2 more points without dropping 1. Robot Ninja finds Mag. Not the start you want here, as these staggers on Teays are just so crippling. I cannot stress it enough on Flashpoint. When you get staggered like this, it's so much time lost here. And especially with the spawn being far away, depending on where the Flashpoint is, it puts you in a really, really tough position. Grinch, though, was able to find a Goose Gaming there. Great use of the explosive satchel. Is gonna have to fly out though. Is gonna look really low. Can they find the last couple hits? I don't know if they're gonna be able to. But Roboto's just gonna crash down right on top of him. The ultimate from Mr. Gwyn. It's not gonna be enough. This point is gonna go over to Penta Career Center. It looks like Mr. Gwyn is just gonna be held captive here. Staggered, taken out. More ultimates too are ready on Penta Career Center. I don't want to be the speller of doom here, but this is looking like a game 3 win, like a series win, like a trip to the finals for Penta Career Center. See what Teays can do. Game Master, though, taken out. Teays definitely on the back ropes here. They need to find something. They need to find a pick. Grinch finds Chucky Cat Guy. That could be the way in. They need to find some follow-up on that, though. They need to take out Robusto. They need to shut down this wrecking ball. That is able to hold so much and has that ultimate ready. They do. Grinch connects the explosive satchel. Let's see if they can find a couple more here. Goose Gaming looking on the JKYP. This is where the trouble always starts. Lifeweaver able to hold all the ultimates coming out from the remaining members. It's not going to be enough, as it looks like 99% becomes overtime. They're down members. Mr. Gwyn jumps on. It's not going to be enough here. Penta Career Center is going to cement themselves a spot in the 2025 sponsored season reserve finals with a dominant win here, 3-0 fashion on Servasa. A job well done, sticking to that same wacky composition they've loved to play. Robusto, player of the game, player of the game, player of the series here, I'll give him on this wrecking ball. A job incredibly well done. Whenever you think they couldn't do it, always able to. Part of it was Robusto was just able to always be one step ahead, was never punished on this wrecking ball, and was always able to find those angles, find those ultimates, get those kills, get those picks on those backline supports that set them up to win. And so next week they are going to play in the reserve finals for that reserve state championship title. Penta Career Center, congratulations, a job well done. We'll be excited to see you in Teays Valley. A job well done too. Coming in 6th seed, slotted in at the last spot in this playoff, but upsetting the 3rd seed, putting up a good fight here up until the end against Penta Career Center. GG's to everyone. Make sure to go ahead and follow Esports Ohio here and on our other channel and other socials to make sure to stay tuned for that reserve final next week that Penta Career Center will be playing in, as well as our club playoffs coming as well. And coming later this month, our premier finals too, as they will be regional competition followed by the state finals. Make sure to stay tuned for all of that epic high school esports action. As I have been Carter, and it has been my pleasure to bring you the semifinal game here, and we will see you next week.